Hello, and I hope you enjoyed our last section on racial, ethnic, and gender differences. Now we will dig deeper into working with diversity and bridging differences. The value of diversity is evident everywhere in this chapter because of the great benefits it provides to the group. Diversity allows for symbolic convergence, which is the idea that humans create shared meaning through their talk. Fantasy is not unreal, but it simply means that group members are not discussing the present task of the group, but are discussing an apparently unrelated topic. Members will develop certain feelings and beliefs based on symbolic convergence in fantasy. Since these topics are very similarly related, it is easy to see how this could help group members identify with one another. Now let's take a closer look at symbolic convergence in fantasy. Now, group members should use mindful communication when working with others because it allows for openness to others' perspective. Mindful communication is defined as communication that is open to multiple perspectives and shows a willingness to see the world from another's standpoint. This is very beneficial for group members to use with one another. Group members that are working with diversity must believe in the process and what diversity brings. If not, then the group will have a very hard time moving forward and making progress while not fully utilizing what diversity and mindful communication bring. This is a very important part of the group process and helps bridge the diversity gaps between group members. Now, fantasy is a very unique option for group members to use to come together. Fantasy is defined as the process works like this. One member introduces a fantasy and other members pick up on it and add to it. This group storytelling, called fantasy chain, is similar to a party game most of us played as children. Fantasies can help groups define themselves by creating symbols that are meaningful and that help the group determine its value. This is a great game to help group members come together and learn how to work together while bridging those diversity differences. Now, the principles of bridging differences. Number 1, appreciate the value of diversity. Enjoying the benefits requires members to value it and not just feel that diversity is required. Number 2, openly acknowledge the differences. Value differences in ways that bridges differences between members and not increases them. Number 3, talk openly about how you will integrate your differences. Identify how group members are different and form group roles and solutions based on these differences. Number 5, use communication practices that build collective competence. Listen to members with general interest and show the same respect that you would hope for in return. Number 6, refrain from using practices that detract from group competence. Avoid the use of practices like sarcasm and negative humor to detract from group success. Be respectful of others in the group. Now, we have covered all of our topics for working with diversity and bridging differences. This is a very unique topic to group interactions and really helps bridge the gap between group members and helps the group succeed more. This is our group presentation, and thank you.